We are live on ERi-TV English news broadcast. Dear viewers, hello and thank you for joining us. Reporting our domestic and international news for Friday, the 17th of January, from our headquarters in Asmara is Heaven Johans, your news anchor for this session. Let's begin with the major headlines. Eritrea participates in 98th session on rights of the child. The Ministry of Education conducts activity assessment meeting. World oil prices surge on latest Russia sanctions. And planet warming gas level rises more than ever in 2024. In our domestic news, an Eritrean delegation participated in the 98th session of the Committee on the Rights of the Child, which commenced in Geneva on 14 January. Addressing the session, the Eritrean delegation emphasized that the protection and promotion of children's rights are integral to Eritrea's political orientation and conviction. The delegation highlighted the country's proactive efforts to establish a robust legal framework that safeguards children's rights. Eritrean law explicitly prohibits all forms of discrimination, affirming that every individual, regardless of age, nationality, or other attributes, has the right to enjoy liberties and protections without exception. Regarding harmful practices, the delegation noted that, due to sustained public awareness campaigns, several subzones across the country have declared themselves free of female genital mutilation. Strong alliances have been established between government institutions and civil society organizations, with committees formed nationwide to implement child protection initiatives. The delegation reported that committees comprising representatives from village administrations, the National Union of Eritrean Women, the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students, and other institutions have been established to promote the rights and welfare of children with disabilities. Eritrea has also accepted the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, reaffirming its commitment to inclusivity and ensuring children with disabilities fully enjoy their rights. In terms of health services, the delegation underlined Eritrea's dedication to ensuring every child's health and safety, fostering a brighter future for all. Eritrea has achieved over 95% immunization coverage and introduced vaccines like meningitis A and HPV starting from 2020. Community-led sanitation initiatives have made the majority of Eritrean villages free from open defecation. Maternal health has also improved significantly, with maternal waiting homes flourishing and expanded services for low birth weight infants through enhanced maternal nutrition and pre- and postnatal care. Eritrea's comprehensive HIV/AIDS and malaria response has also been a notable success. The delegation also highlighted Eritrea's commitment to education, particularly in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. All children are ensured access to quality primary education, and the national literacy rate has improved significantly. The net enrollment rate at the elementary level stands at 81.7%, while the literacy rate has increased to approximately 70%. A sharp rise from the estimated 30% in 1993. Additionally, the delegation noted extensive dam construction projects to provide sustainable water supplies, enabling year-round irrigation farming. Currently, 79% of the rural population and 95% of the urban population have access to safely managed drinking water. Schools, offices, and other public spaces also benefit from improved water access. The delegation restated Eritrea's unwavering commitment to protecting children's rights, highlighting the collective efforts of government institutions, civil societies, and communities in achieving these milestones. In another news, the Ministry of Education held an activity assessment meeting on 16 and 17 January to review the achievements and challenges of 2024 and outline the plan of action for 2025. Reports presented at the meeting indicated that school materials were distributed on schedule, promotional activities for students were successfully conducted, technical and vocational training programs were regularly provided, and inspection and monitoring activities were carried out. The 2025 action plan includes implementing integrated adult education programs, reviewing curricula, supplying textbooks, and installing solar energy systems in schools located in remote areas. Participants held extensive discussions on the reports and adopted recommendations, including addressing manpower shortages, establishing fully equipped vocational training centers, resolving the shortage of mother tongue teachers, and conducting regular capacity upgrading training programs for teachers. Speaking at the event, Mr. Petros Hailemariam, representative of the Ministry of Education, emphasized the importance of addressing existing challenges in the teaching and learning process, enhancing environmental conservation efforts, and resolving administrative bottlenecks. Nationals from inside the country and abroad have made financial contributions to the National Martyrs Trust Fund. According to the Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare, nationals grouped as "We Have a Commitment to Defend It" contributed $3,600. Employees of the Transhorn Transport Company, along with owners and drivers of dry and liquid transport trucks, contributed $459 and 800 NAFA. Additionally, the Eritrean community in Western Stockholm contributed 20,000 and 200 kroner. Mr. Manna Mahari, a national residing in Frankfurt, donated 160,000 and 25 NAFA, while 10 nationals in Norway contributed 7,500 kroner. Similarly, Mr. Menasse Joseph from Virginia also donated 15,000 NAFA towards augmenting the National Martyrs Trust Fund. This wraps up our domestic news for this session. Dear viewers, we'll be back with the international ones after the short break. Welcome back. Global oil prices soared on Wednesday after the U.S. announced a new sanctions package targeting the Russian oil sector. According to market data, Brent crude futures rose by more than 2%, reaching $82.10 a barrel, the highest since August 2024. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude went up by more than 3%, soaring around $80 a barrel. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, another factor was that U.S. crude oil inventories collapsed last week to their lowest levels since 2022. The new round of sanctions against Russia targeted major Russian oil companies such as Gazprom Naft, as well as dozens of vessels involved in transporting Russian oil. Russia has condemned the sanctions, calling them illegal, with spokesman Dmitry Peskov warning that they could destabilize global energy markets. On Wednesday, the International Energy Agency warned that the U.S. sanctions against Russia could significantly disrupt oil supply chains and tighten the global commodities market. Levels of the most significant planet-warming gas in our atmosphere rose more quickly than ever previously recorded last year, leaving a key global climate target hanging by a thread, scientists say. Concentrations of carbon dioxide gas are now more than 50% higher than before humans started burning large amounts of fossil fuels. Last year, fossil fuel emissions were at record highs, while the natural world struggled to absorb as much carbon dioxide due to factors including wildfires and drought, some were accumulated in the atmosphere. The rapid increase in carbon dioxide is incompatible with the international pledge to try to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Last week, it was confirmed that 2024 was actually the hottest year on record and the first calendar year in which annual average temperatures were higher than 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. The long-term carbon dioxide increase is unquestionably due to human activities, mainly through burning coal, oil and gas, as well as cutting down forests. In today's final report, China's gross domestic product grew 5% year-on-year to reach 134.9 trillion yuan in 2024, meeting the annual target of around 5%, official data showed today. In 2024, China's economy witnessed a steady progress and major targets as well as tasks of economic and social development were achieved successfully, Director of the National Bureau of Statistics Kang Yi told a press conference in Beijing. According to preliminary estimates, China's GDP reached 134.9 trillion yuan in 2024, an increase of 5% over the previous year at constant prices, said the director. Growth rate was clearly visible in industrial enterprises, equipment manufacturing, including high-tech, as well as trade last year. Moreover, at this pace of growth witnessed in almost every sector in China, economists speculate the times that China's economy, superseding that of the United States, is not far away. With this, we conclude our news for this session. Dear viewers, time for a quick recap of the major headlines. Eritrea participates in 98th session on the rights of the child. The Ministry of Education conducts activity assessment meeting. World oil prices surge on latest Russia sanctions. And planet warming gas levels rise more than ever in 2024. This was the World on Friday with ERi-TV English news broadcast. Dear viewers, thank you for joining and have a good weekend.